Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we are going to be reviewing the Crisp Steampunk Ale from the Home Brew Outlet, which is Brupaks homebrew store, which they made in conjunction with Crisp Maltings.
Yeah, I mean, steampunk beer. What comes to mind when you think of steampunk?
Like a steam beer, I would have thought, like Anchor steam beer. Or...
We all thought that, didn't we? Because you can't actually see the description of what's actually going in it, can you?
When we got it, no, there was nothing. There may be now, I don't know. By the time you watch it, I don't know when you're going to watch it. But
yeah.
When we got it on the website, it basically told you the name of it.
Victorian Steampunk.
Yeah, so we were like, Victorian Steampunk Ale. We were like, is it going to be Punk IPA? Is it going to be a steam beer? Is it going to be a cross between the two? Don't really know.
I mean, what we've later found out, obviously steampunk is a sort of, when people dress up as the steampunk, you might think of sort of Victorian age, and you have like the cogs and the scientific.
A lot of cogs.
A lot of cogs, the scientific. I mean, I remember we went to Scarborough, and they had a festival there. And it's a lot of cloaks, the big tall hats of like your Mad Hatter with the cogs moving and the glasses and stuff like that. So
a lot of goggles.
Yeah, well, obviously we got the beer. It's definitely not a steam ale.
No.
And it's definitely not a punk IPA. I mean, obviously from the hoppage that we saw. So I don't know.
I mean, okay. Well, let's get into.
Yeah, I can't give any history because I don't know. We didn't know what it was before. All we know is it's Brupaks, and it's a kit beer. It comes in a bucket, similar to we saw the Belgium IPA.
Yeah.
So.
Here's the link. Go check that. It comes in a bucket. Looks wise, what do we think? I mean, it's not clear.
I mean, I give a similar mark for a coffee. It looks like coffee. Like again, it looks like
a black coffee.
But I give it that mark because it was supposed to be a coffee stout, a coffee porter, and I knew it was supposed to look like coffee. This, I don't know what.
I mean, to be fair,
it's definitely not a stout because we know what went into it.
But so we kind of have to base it on: is it appealing? If you went into a pub and you ordered a pint of bitter and it came looking like that, you wouldn't kick off, would you?
No.
But
no.
You know. It looks all right. It looks probably a 6.5.
A 6.9 for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kick off.
No, of course not.
I'm not going to. It's just a mystery beer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a mystery beer because we don't know what it's supposed to be. So
let's dive in.
Judging it. We're literally judging this beer.
Blind.
Is this someone give us a beer? If you went into a bar and said, "Can I have a beer?" and they give you that.
Yeah, like if you're on.
That's how we're judging it.
Like if you're on Corrie. Right, and you've gone to the bar and you can't mention a brand because no one's paid you to do it, and you go, "I'll have a pint, please, love."
Because it's, we got obviously
pint, please.
All we can go off is how it obviously the grain bill and the hops. So we from that we had no idea, do we? So
let's smell it. Let's smell it.
Okay. It's malty.
It's malty. It's so
very
malty.
Yeah.
There's no real hop aroma.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
But malty, and it smells nice. It smells sweet. I don't think it'll taste sweet, but it smells sweet.
It reminds me of a traditional English ale bitter.
It's like an ESB, isn't it? An extra special bitter.
I never had an ESB.
Yeah.
Never. No. Well.
We'll make one.
It almost reminds me of this. Have you ever had
ESB will make.
It reminds me of flowers. If you've ever had flowers.
Your dad likes flowers.
Dad loves flowers. Just super malty.
Yeah.
It smells very British. If that could have a smell.
It's like, you know, if you think that, America was leading the way with these mad hoppy,
with the hops,
pails, and in Britain you'd have a camera member who'd be like, "Oh no, I don't like that. I just want this one bit of gas that's only produced by the beer." This is what he'd want.
Yeah. It's Alan Partridge all over. Okay, smell. I mean, I'm getting a nice malty smell. It's nice, sweet.
It's a 6.8 smell for me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna match a 6.8 as well. It's not bad. I'm not getting very little hop, but the malts that I'm getting malty and the malts that I'm getting smell nice.
Yeah. So let's dive in and try it.
Yes. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's malty.
That's so malty.
Okay, right. This reminds me of like...
There's nothing but malt, is there? Let's be honest.
No. It reminds you of if you've ever had like a German Bock or an
a double Bock.
Or not a double, but like something that's sort of the old German style beers. That's what that reminds me of, where it's all malt. And obviously the dark malt, some sort of roasting that's gone on somewhere on the line.
It has got like that roasty, toasty toffee in the background. It's a bit sweet, not too sweet.
It's a little
bit
sweet.
But you've still got, and there's some bittering as well that comes through, like right at the back on a long tasting beer. So,
yeah,
but it's not.
I've had the Hofbrau recently in Chester. There's a place that did you? Sorry, burp line. Do you follow their PSI, or is this just your own?
I followed theirs.
Right. I think that's really spot on.
Yeah, the carbonation.
I know I'm burping a lot, but I do think it's spot on for this bit. In Beer Heroes in Chester, they have got the Hofbrau or Hofbräu alt beer, or their sort of the box, so to speak, and it's it's a bit lighter than that, and it's very similar. And I think if you're in that territory, that's where I would sit it. And that beer is niche. It's not for everyone. I don't know many people that would go for that, but in that category, that's a really nice.
What I would say about this beer, though, that it needs is
hops.
Not just hops, aging.
How you've had this for a while?
That's what I mean.
Oh, because it tastes better than when we first.
We have tried this beer before. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, right? We tried this beer before. We filmed a review of it.
Maybe we can put some footage of it, of you just sitting back, going, nope.
I'll put it on the screen now.
That's a heavy beer, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to say what a waste of excitement that was. But it's just not the beer that I would ever want to go and buy.
So you didn't like that beer?
I did not like that beer then. This is a completely different beer, and we're probably 4 weeks on?
Longer than that. I think we made this a long time ago, yeah.
And it was at the point where we had it in the keg here, half keg here, like a small 10-litre keg here, and you had bottles at yours.
Yeah. I did when England unfortunately lost the final. So.
Yeah. And I was thinking I'm just going to pour my keg away because I'm not going to drink it. And I thought, you know what? No, I'll save it. We'll try it again.
So have you changed your mind then?
This is much better than it was then. Much, much better. And I think the aging is what's really turned it. Because when we had it last time, I didn't like it. We don't like to, if something, don't get us wrong, I mean, if you've watched our videos, if something's bad, we'll say it's bad. But with this, benefit of the doubt, kept it, second time round, it's not a bad beer.
It's not a bad beer. It's
not the beer I'd order in a pub.
No, right? It's not, and it's not for me. And I don't know many people that would, unless they're like
your dad,
70 playing dominoes. Honestly, that's not lie, and they love that. If you took that into the Black Sheep in Chester, that'd be gone within the morning.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a great beer for that. I mean, it's definitely not a steam beer, and it's definitely not a punk. A long shot. I think, because I felt this with the Belgium IPA, that the hop
doesn't quite know what it is.
I just think the bitterness just needs a bit of tweaking. The recipe, I would give that a little bit more bitterness, personally. But that's just me. Just because it's very sweet on the malt note, isn't it? It's almost like there's no hops in it. But it's aged really nice.
I think with this one as well,
it's old school. This is what I would expect to find in a pub in the Lake District that no one ever goes to, other than the old blokes. Yeah, and they go, "What have you got?" A gas or a pint, and this is what you'd get.
Yeah, this is what your granddad drinks, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is what your granddad drinks. And I think with this one, I think it came out strong, stronger than it said on the website.
Again.
Which with the other Brupaks beer that we've done, if you have a check in the up there, it'll probably say what it is. The Belgian IPA, wasn't it?
Yes.
That one came out a lot stronger than it said it would.
Yeah.
This one also came out stronger. I think this is about 6.5%, and I think it's only meant to be 4.5 or 5. Volume was spot on, but
There's a few tweaks and a few screws that need to be turned, and they'll almost, have some real good recipes for home brewers to try and get a free bucket.
yeah, the free bucket's great. Absolutely great. Yeah.
It's just, from our personal opinion, just a few screws to turn.
Yeah, I think so. It's not a bad beer. It's not a beer I'd go and order in a pub.
Yeah.
But
So flavour-wise, what would you give it for a score?
let me try again. I give it a 6.4.
6.5 for me. I mean, it's a Flowers-esque malty,
Very malty.
very malty beer
Only malty beer.
that I think would go down a great in like some Munich with their old style drinkers that love that style of Bock.
If you know anyone that plays Crown Green bowls, this is the beer for them. Yeah?
Yes, 100%. So it's a 6.5 for me as well. How much did it cost?
23 quid-ish.
Okay.
I think about 23 quid for 23 litres. So let's be very, very broad and say it's at about 50p a pint.
Yeah,
just under 50p a pint.
Great.
That is good value.
Great value, and the bucket, everlasting. I
think the bucket, to be honest, I keep my flour for making pizzas in the bucket for this beer. So we're using it today for lunch.
7.7 for me.
Yeah, I was going to say 7.5 on the price. In fact, no, you know what? You're right, 7.7.
Yeah, it's
Bump
a good
it up
price.
because it deserves it. It is a good price.
It's a good price.
And
you get?
Sessionability.
It's a heavy beer.
Yeah, it is heavy. I couldn't session it too much. It's heavy. It's a bit sweet, and it's just not the kind of beer that I want to drink.
No, not when the sun's out. 4 for me. I could have 4 pints comfortably.
Because the thing is, I'm thinking about it in my head. If we'd have dry hopped it, or if we'd have added more stuff in at the end,
I don't think it would have made it more sessionable.
It's still too heavy.
Yeah.
It's still too heavy.
It's just the malt, isn't it? It's quite viscous.
And I think 4's a really fair score for it. I think 4's a really good score, so I'm going to go 4 with that as well. 4.
Yeah, I just think that it would be nice if they're listening, just to maybe say what style it is, because if I was looking at that, and I know steampunk is a style, but I don't know what steampunk.
It's a style of clothing, isn't it?
It's a style of clothing or a style of dress, but I don't know what they drink.
This maybe, I don't know.
Well, it must be, but for us from a brewing point of view, might have thought it was a steam ale or like you say a
punk IPA.
Punk IPA. So, but here's the oyster score.
Oh, hang on. I missed it.
So do it again.
I missed. Okay, there it is. Yeah, fantastic. Well, so here's the oyster score for this beer. If you like what you've seen, smash like, hit, subscribe, tell a friend, see
what other these guys have got. We'll do some more from them as well. They've got a lot of kits, a lot of buckets.
They've got a huge amount of stuff that goes on there, and it's a store that we'll give a go, and we'll give a try and see what we get.
Yeah, see what other clothing they've got, compare them. So there's a couple of things we've got coming up from these guys. So yeah, I'm excited.
So yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and oysters out.
Better than the last one.
Oh mate, way better than the last one.
But it is, isn't it? It's an old man's beer.
That's exactly what it is.